Alright. Alright. Let me get this sorted out. Hello, hello, welcome to those just joining us. We are just getting everybody in the lobby, making sure everything's all set up and good to go. Right, while we are waiting, I believe it is... Who is playing today? That's a good question. I don't even know who I'm casting. We are casting Zelex Esports and Aspect Esports. Do we want to get a prediction of who's going to win? I know absolutely nothing about these teams. Just got asked last minute to cast, so why not? If anybody's got any predictions, link them down below. It is just one map on Oregon. Blue team on top, yeah. I think. I'm pretty sure that's Zelex Esports, I think. Let me double check. Yeah. Actually, no. That's Aspect. Apparently Aspect's on the offense first. Kian, you might be right. Only one way to find out. Wolfie predicts that Zelex will win 7-5. Alright, we might have to write that one down to see if you end up being right. I would like to see a really good quality match, being I haven't casted in almost 6 months. I would love to have my comeback be absolutely an amazing match. There's only one way to find out. We do still have a little under 5 minutes to game time. We are waiting on the rest of the people to show up. I do apologize. It is going to be a bit slow at a moment. Yeah, just waiting on everybody to get in, making sure that nobody has any issues. Welcome to everybody just arriving. We are just waiting on final players to show up, and we will get right underway. If you do have any predictions, make sure to drop them below, and we'll end up seeing who's right. So far, we have one for either side at the moment. Welcome everybody. Just getting this match sorted. It does seem we are waiting for majority. Oh, we are waiting on the entirety. Not the majority. I lied. The entirety of, it would seem, Aspect to show up. We may have to resend invites. We are waiting on Aspect to show up. Do hope we hear back soon. I would hate to have started stream for nothing. Just to have Zelex get a forfeit win. But hey, if it happens, it happens. Those of us that have been in the comp scene for a while know that it happens. Sometimes you can't get everybody in, and it happens. Yeah, blue team is lacking, to say the least. They haven't even joined up yet, so I'm waiting for word back on whether or not I need to resend invites. Which I do need to do, so just 1 second. It will just be microphone audio for just a second. As invites are being sent out, and we are back. Oh. R6 mobile team when it comes out. Maybe, hey, I don't know, man. Some people might pop off. Next thing we know, there'll be Apex mobile tournaments or something. So we are waiting on team to join up. Hello. Welcome all those that are coming into chat just now. Black Knight, hello. How's it going? Oh, so we are attempting to get this match underway as soon as possible. Ah, there we go. First player of Aspect has shown up. And hopefully we'll get this map underway as soon as possible. How have I been since Viper? Oh, not too bad. Finished up school, took that 6-month break. I'm just now getting back into it. As the majority of Aspect is showing up, I do recognize some names. As we are just waiting on one more individual, it would seem, before we can start up this map. There's number 1. I'm going to confirm that we are good to go. You all ready to go?
We're waiting for our teammate. He has game chat glitch.
Hello?
Let's
Hi, ballers.
Alright, Dustin, we are waiting on one player who does have game chat bug, so it will be just a minute. We are just waiting on that to be fixed. As soon as that player comes back, I believe we are good to go. Oh, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous casting for the first time in 6 months, but I am looking forward to this, and hopefully we get a barn burner of a map to get back into the swing of things. I believe as soon as that player's game has loaded back up, we will get started. Just waiting on them. Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. Casting for the first time in such a long time. Finally getting back into it. I'm real excited. Just about ready, I think. Alright, now I will double check, but I believe we are good to go. Alright, we good to go?
What do you mean I don't get to go? Hold on.
Yeah, we're good. On God.
Hold on,
I'm Jesus. He said hold on.
I'm Jesus.
Oh, we can
Is the timeout set up? Do we get our timeouts?
I believe so. If not, you can just message me and I can pause it.
Okay, thanks, Father.
What the fuck's your team name? Aspect?
Yeah.
What?
Aspect Esports, Beth.
Wow, you're calling us randoms now? Haven't we scrimmed like the last
I
4 times?
Artisan or Aspect.
We're not Arson, we're not them.
5 times.
Exactly.
Like, I think you, I hope you know by now.
Who are you guys? Like Zelex? Zifu? Like, I don't know you guys. Randoms.
You're a random weirdo.
Now, can you tell like Kvetch in party chat like his name is trash? That Gunner said his name's trash.
Here, hold on.
Let's go tell him now. Hey ballers.
What?
You should start violently screaming.
Why?
Alright, we are just waiting on last little bit of confirmation, but we should be able to be started here shortly.
Yo.
I've been saying that. Bootflake's here. Oh my God.
Bootflake.
What's up, though?
I have no idea who Bootflake is.
Alright.
I don't know, but Blue Flake's definitely a G.
Good to go?
Yeah, we're ready, sir.
Alright, bet. Good
Hey,
luck,
yo,
have fun.
good luck.
Alright, and we are officially underway. For those just joining us, welcome to Aspect versus Zelex, Esports. We have Aspect on the side of offense and Zelex on the side of defense, starting on this map. Single map of Oregon. As we go into our ban phase. Quick look at the scoreboard here. I'm quickly going to plug in my controller while we wait for the first set of bans to come in. And first ban, Thatcher. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but anybody that's played Siege since operator bans have come out, I don't think anybody is. Oh. Then again, it is Oregon, so most breaches can be opened without the Thatcher, but we'll see. As we do have a Finka ban coming in from the side of Aspects. Again, wish I was surprised. Finka being as powerful as she is now and in the meta, I don't think anybody would be surprised. And a Mira ban coming out. She's especially powerful on Oregon, especially on the basement defense. So again, no surprises there. No curveballs being thrown yet, but there is one ban left, so hopefully we may see a curveball to make things a little bit interesting. And the final ban is a Cap Can, a favorite of some competitive teams lately, especially with the recent buff where he can put multiple traps on the same doorway. So maybe they know something we don't. But going into the first defense, it does seem that Zelex is going to choose the kids and dorms defense, coming out with a little bit of slightly unorthodox, as we do have the Thunderbird paired with both the Mute and the Cade. It does seem that they don't want any sort of breach being opened here, as Ballers picking the Glass first round here, and the Nook. It'd be interesting to see what they plan to do with that, and with the 3 pairs of nades, if we see any depth charges come out from below, to see anything shaking up the round for the defense. As we are just loading in. Shifty on the Mav, nothing too surprising, tied with the Ace. I'm surprised it isn't a Thermite, but then again, Ace tends to be the favorite, just because of that AK-12 and how powerful it is. Ballers, though, on that Glass, I'm very interested to see what he's going to do tonight.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
It does seem to be just a real standard defense here. Risk on that Alibi, I'd love to see him do something real spectacular with her. As drones are going out of the map, it does seem that they have spotted sight, if not they will soon. With View Jammers and Melusi Banshees being placed all around the map. It's interesting to me that they're putting the Cade on the game's wall here, especially with it being either naded from below or just simply shot from below. Just seems to not. It seems that they want to waste the util there rather than put it elsewhere and not have it easily wasted. But going into the action phase, we do have all 3 Kona stations sitting in the same corner, not rather than put out through sight to be able to assist different positions. But we do have 4 people on site, with only Risk down below roaming off site, with sporting that beautiful Cyclops skin. But I do want to get back to what I wanted to see. What is Ballers? He did pick off the Glass onto the Ash, so that may have been a mistake. But either way, I would have loved, and that would love to see it. But there we go. That's what I'm talking about. The Ash below, and even if the Ash charge doesn't get that Electro Claw, shooting it from below certainly will. So it's interesting to me that Aspect wanted to waste that utility. Ballers did miss his first Ash charge, but the second one did right below, but they still haven't gotten it off. Gunner taking that easy first position into that Masters, not taking any sort of interaction yet, as 4 defenders are still on site. And there it is, the wall easily being opened. Risk made his way down below as Atar does take out Gunner. First pick, that's Case Cold in Master as Risk is holding below. Connor, seemingly unknown as the Sledge, as Cade, as in the hands of, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, takes down Vital on the Iona.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Neither having much effect as Risk does seem to be going for a bit of a flank here. Does Connor know? Does seem he has a drone on him, but the gunfight comes out and Risk comes out on top, taking about half his HP, but we are now in a 5v2 with a minute 20 left on the clock. Ballers now below on White, as it's now just him in a 1v5. First round Nitro comes out, but it doesn't land, and the Belushi going to swing, and his position is known. A swing coming again, a Pokeball does a little bit of damage, as all the defenders still wanting to push this guy, but none doing it effectively. Bootflake coming in for the flank here. Do they know that Ballers retreated down to Freezer Stairs is the real question, as Bootflake just seems to want to hold him. Unsure of his position, as Risk does rotate through Kitchen. Does see we were going to have a confrontation here. Bootflake takes him down, and that's a flawless for Zelex in the first round here. Fiery first round coming out from Zelex there, as Aspect doesn't even get a single kill on the board as we go into second round here. Alright, we are going to a laundry supply defense, a very similar setup. Instead of bringing the Jaeger and the smoke, as well as the mute. It'd be interesting to see if the mute does bring shotgun with smoke bring his as well. And Osa coming out from Gunner here, as well as the Flores. It does seem that they want to kind of discourage any sort of elbow hold here. The Jackal from Shifty, but there isn't really any other, there's only one set of nades on the side of the attacking, so if those nades miss, or they are caught by those ADSs, then that could be a free elbow hold for the defense should they play it correctly. Especially for those placements of mute jammers being able to take out those Flores drones. As it seems that both Mute and Smoke have brought the shotgun, rather than Smoke bringing the M590 and Mute bringing the MP5K. But I'm sure they have their reasons.
Attackers have located
as
a
Gunner
bomb.
does spot the bomb, and there it is. What seems to be an elbow hold with the Mute jammers. No ADS is being committed yet, but I'm sure those will be done in due time. As it does seem that Kona stations are going to be committed as well. It does seem that Zelex wants to hold elbow at all costs. It'll be interesting to see if the combination of the Osa, Flores, and the Iona are able to push those players out of there. As they do seem to want to take lobby control. Gunner just going in as sort of a live drone here, pinging the camper teammates as if they didn't know it was there. Hatch already being opened, as there doesn't seem to be anybody off-site. Or if there is, where is the last defender? Only 4 on site there. As Risk is upstairs, Gunner already taking huge amounts of his HP gone as they try to do some sort of a laundry rush. Gunner still holding up his shield as Ballers is pushing down. Shots being exchanged as Pokeballs are being thrown, and Atar does take out Gunner, but Connor takes out Risk, the roaming Jaeger. As Shifty does seem to want to be rotating towards the kitchen side. 4-man defense hold on basement. The tarp shot away to give louder footsteps. As Connor is taking his fights here with Cade. As Jackal tracks are coming through, Freezer hatch being opened, as this does seem to be a rotation from a laundry push to a freezer push. Droning being done, Shifty rotating order, giving odd flank claymore there, as Connor is still at the bottom of laundry, just seemingly holding an angle. The shots go out, and Atar does take out Connor. That's the floor is down. Now it's a 4v3. Still a 4-man's hold on site. No attention being paid to the back stairs there. Be interesting to see if the attackers take advantage of that, as it does seem that's what Shifty wants to do after picking up the case. Vital pushing down into freezer, frag going out, but no dice. Old intel as he continues to fight in there, flexing that beautiful ARX Black Ice. As he does swing over to the other side. Defenders seemingly to be holding each other's hands here in sight. Now Shifty, what are you going to do here? As he pushes down the Thunderbird, not knowing of his position. This could be a real powerful position here. 50 seconds left. He has case, and that is Bootflake being injured on the mute. As smoke canister coming out as Ballers and Vital are just stacking up in the freezer. but Atar does take out Ballers. It is just Vital and Shifty in a 2v4. Do they know that? Shifty firing shots, giving away his position. No dice coming from a little bit of HP. Does a little bit of damage to Atar as Vital does take out Bootflake. Vital going huge on Atar, but the Cade firing back and taking down Vital. It is Shifty in a 1v2. No HP advantage. Shotgun out. As it does seem that the Cade's going to swing him as he catches him reloading, and that is round 2 for Zelex Esports. A chaotic second round there in the basement. As we look at the scoreboard, Atar and the Cade, Kvetch, doing a huge amount of work for their team here. 4 kills each. Alright, we are going to a meeting hall kitchen defense here, and it seems we'd be going through the site rotations. Kian, you said it well. Orange team, Zelex Esports are goats of the refrag. It may seem that they're holding each other's hands, but by doing that, they're ensuring that when one of their teammates dies, they can instantly get the refrag. The fuse coming out from Ballers, he does seem to be throwing a lot of curveballs today. Be interesting to see if he does swap off of that or not. We do have the Oryx coming out from Hibana. I love the name there.
Defenders,
It'll be
protect
interesting
your
to see
bombs
what
from
they
being
can do.
defused by attackers.
Still yet to get a kill, but still yet to die. We do have rotates being made. Good use of the Oryx as they do have the Thunderbird to heal themselves back up. Ayana almost did bring it around. Vital had a huge round last round, although one of their kills in the kill feed was just cleaning up one. But Shifty had an opportunity to make something, make a huge play. But agreed, Aspect is having a slow start, but hopefully they can pick it up. Maybe get a 4-2 split here if they pick it up now. As it seems like Zelex are somewhat unsure of what they want to do.
Attackers' objective
As
is
Ballers does keep the fuse, but Gunner swaps to the Jackal. As last minute site setups are coming out. Not a lot of Kona stations being placed yet, if any. All 3 still in pocket of Atar. Again, it seems that they are flexing this black ice on me. The ones that I don't have, is they seem to be discussing the hatch that is unreinforced and undefended. Connor seeming to want to take advantage of this. Zofia swinging into T2 of Big Tower. Gunner seeming to want to go right behind him as Hibana, but Vital finding a huge first pick onto the Jaeger Bootflake. Do they know that the wall is being reinforced right next to them? I don't think they do. Connor's going to go for the pre-fire, but misses the shots. A huge opportunity missed there of Aspect to catch Hibana off his guard as he was going for the last second reinforcements. What a fumbled play there. As a C4 does come out from Risk, attempting to get the fuse of Ballers, who does seem to be chilling on White Stairs, but Hibana picks off Gunner, taking a huge amount of HP, but they seem to go and refill all of it by all 3 Thunderbirds chilling in kitchen. Risk crouch walking along here, seemingly unknown to the attackers as they go to play vertical. Ballers, is he gonna fall to death to it? And he is downed by Risk on White Stairs. As a swing comes out, he does confirm his kill, but Vital, a huge round from him so far, getting the refrag. A 3v3 now, a minute 30 left in the round. Hibana back down to full HP, gonna do a rotate here through Laundry. As Kvetch has the castles in kitchen, and Atar, Thunderbird in meeting. As vertical play is coming out, it does seem to be that Aspect wants to go for a kitchen execute here, as no play is being known to find Kvetch's position. He goes right beneath the hatch, but the Iona clone does spot him. A frag coming out, but that's old intel, and ADS comes out, taking that frag as Kvetch seems to want to swing, and he downs Vital. Not any HP taken from him, as it is now a 3v2. But there is the trade. Shifty taking down the Oryx of Hibana, as it is now a 2v2 on site. Connor has the case. Kvetch still holds kitchen control, as he seems to want to get this castle, but as shots come out, and Atar takes Shifty, but Connor's refrags Kvetch. He gets healed, and the plant is going down. 30 seconds left. Atar is all the way still in meeting, unknown that the plant is going down. And he does stick. Connor does stick. We have 45 seconds left in the round. Full HP on both sides. The swing comes out, but no shots land. Atar firing back as he does want to try and spray and grab Connor, but he does hit the shot. That headshot. What a huge clutch from Atar there as he does clutch it up. Now up 0-3 on the map. Aspect have got to get some steam going if they want to bring this half back in order to have a fighting chance in the rest of the game.
Successful.
We are to get a bit of a lag spike. My apologies. The defenders, Zelex, are going back to kids' dorms, but Hibana bringing the Thorn. An interesting pick there, as the attackers seem to going for the default there. And that was a very close round, back and forth, and Zoff had the angle. Maybe a pre-fire would have saved that, but can't say what would have happened. Only what will happen. So as we go into this, the stat line is something interesting to point out. Atar on the Thunderbird has more kills than than the entire other team combined, except for the 1 kill on Ballers. Atar has the same amount of kills as Shifty, Connor, and Vital combined. And that is just one individual with kills on the side of the defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Aspect
bombs.
do need to show up if they want to get a fighting chance of winning this. Want to see these Razor Boom placements, as one seemed to have been placed on White. Yep, there it is right there. Love to see if those have any impact. Just seem to be throwing them out as almost as proxies. And we have Zelex Esports in the chat cheering on their boys who are currently up 3-0. So good job to them so far. Be interested to see if Aspect can bring it back or not.
5 seconds left.
Those last minute site setups are coming out. Kid
Attackers'
Claw still
objective is
being
to locate
placed
a bomb and defuse it.
in areas were easily burnt. As Risk prepping a window here as he want to go for an early run out. As he does get on the default cam, wanting to spot these attackers as they come across here. He does seem to spot Vital. As he lays prone under the window, back on cams, waiting for the individual. It may seem Vital cross, but Vital is here. Does he know? Risk? I don't think he did see Vital on cams. As a nade comes up from Vital, attempting to get that Electro Claw off, which he does. He does, in fact. As Gunner does go and get the breach open early. Same thing he did the previous round. As the Razor Boom goes off, but no dice. As he prones under the breach. Good place to hide. Taking a little bit of HP damage, but Risk pulls off from there. As Vital seemingly want to rotate, but Ballers, huge early round pick onto Kvetch. But Atar firing back early, the Cade and the Nomad, or Cade, excuse me, I'm very tired. The Cade and the Ace taken out very early, but Vital follows back, taking out Risk on the Alibi as he has armory control. Does this seem to be the attackers back in control here? But good point. Connor the Nook wanting to try and see and get some nades from below, but no dice so far as he does seem to want to rotate, take armory with his teammate. Vital droning him through. Ballers does seem to have attic control. Does seem to be an attic armory pinch here.
Bomb has been located.
Shots coming out. No dice, but Ballers takes out Bootflake. It is now a 4v2 on site. The attackers may take their first round this map. As shots come out, Atar does take out Vital. It's now a 3v2. Case is cold on the breach. Atar just holding. As Shifty and Ballers are both droning, trying to find where the Thorn is. Pre-fires coming out. Ballers is down deep in sight. No backup from Shifty. Is it now a 2v2? Are the defenders going to wrestle this back into a round win? Connor on the breach. Does he know about the positions of his enemies as Shifty and Hibana are going at it? Hibana able to heal almost all of their HP back as Atar just holding on White. Frags coming out, 35 seconds left. Shifty in the attic. Connor just holding on Breach. A hop in through Breach. He does free fire on White, and he does down Atar. That's Atar's only second death. Connor is in sight. Is he going to plant? Plant is going down with 26 seconds left. Hibana does seem to want to push for the control. Holding the coverage, but Hibana does take down Shifty. That's a plant down, and Hibana goes huge! Taking down Connor through the game's wall for the second post-plant clutch for Zelex Esports. Huge! Is getting a little bit of, hate to use the word toxicity because it's not that, out as he does write the L's in the wall as he does defuse. A huge round from Hibana and a fumble from the attackers as Zelex are now up 4-0. What a huge round from them. What a massive clutch from Hibana there, keeping his team up from losing a round. It does seem like they don't want to drop a single round as we are going to a very defender-sided Oregon here. Alright, we are going back to the laundry supply, and Hibana is picking the Thorn again. I can't say I blame him, especially after that one hell of a clutch they had there. I believe it was a triple kill on the round that allowed them to get that. As it does seem that Aspect is trying to go for, again, wanting to bring the Flores for that elbow clear, but not seeming to want to act off it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
But it doesn't seem like that Zelex wants to go for that elbow hold again, as they only did bring the mute. No smoke this time. Droning site, it does seem that the attackers, Aspect Esports, have found where the site is. Basic site setup going out here.
10 seconds remaining.
Kvetch is going for the hatches, something that they didn't really do the last time they were down here. Hopefully it seems that they are correcting off that mistake.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
As it does seem like that Aspect is wanting to go for a 5-man push here onto Bunker, but there is no elbow hold to slow them down. It says that Shifty is using that Rotero drone to clear any util, but it doesn't seem like there is any besides maybe a mute jammer. But that mute jammer does stop that as a Thorn does go off. Ballers is deep into elbow as he does get switch thrown into sight, hopefully trying to take out some sort of utility here, but Risk, huge kill there onto Vital. That is the Iona down, but Connor getting the refrag onto Risk himself as he gets the control of, backstairs. Worrying about his flank at the same time. His fights are going out, Flores drones going off, Bootflake holding the 90 corridor here, but seeming to wanting to pull off. Baller still holding that control as Shifty is droning their teammates. Connor just holding the back stairs. As it seems like Ballers is wanting to make a play on site. He swings out, sees Atar, but doesn't take the shot, but Kvetch gets the kill. It is now a 3v4 on site, and Hibana takes down Connor, but Gunner take Kvetch and Shifty getting off Bootflake. It is now a 2v2, a 1v2. Can the attackers finally get around here as Gunner, unknown of the enemy's position, does seem to want to go for a plant here with air jab still on the ground, and he does. He goes for the plant. It's Shifty on the coverage here, but he's droning. Is he going to be able to watch his teammates back? Gunner gets off the plant as Atar is swinging, but Gunner takes the shot, and finally Aspect gets our first round. It is now 4-1 here, and it is just one map today. Just one. So good round from Aspects. They capitalized off their mistakes they made previously, and hopefully they can get a 4-2 half here. As it seems like that Zelex is going back down to the laundry supply. They want to capitalize off their mistakes they just made. As Connor picking the Nomad once again. Hopefully he can have as big as an impact as he did last round. But it is good to see Aspect on the board rather than just the Zelex dominated scoreboard. So that is good to see. Vital on the sledge. Be interesting to see if he wants to keep that for the frags rather than the Iona Maybe the Iona just isn't working today. We all know how that feels. Just one operator just ain't hitting the spot. Drones going out.
Bomb located by attackers.
Reinforcements and site set up. It doesn't seem like they're going to make any big site improvements that they made last time. Be interesting to see if Aspect wants to try and go get bunker control.
Razor Bloom, go now.
Vaughn, be interesting to see if we can get maybe Laser Bloom kill. That would be really cool to see. We haven't seen one yet this game. Huge plays on their part, though.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
As it does seem like we are going to get another bunker push, as all 5 members of Aspect Esports are getting ready to take that down. Vital and Connor, however, going off, wanting to maybe take backstairs control instead. So we have members in chat who think that this may be where the comeback starts, but same thing that happened before, the mute jammer jamming the floor. Atar does take some shots, and he does take down Gunner. Gunner is downed. That is case cold on the floor. No capitalization off of that, but he gets the shot on the Ballers, who is going for the res. That's the Twitch down and the, and the Ace down at 20 HP. Could this entire push have been stopped? Connor is on backstairs, seemingly unknown to the defense, but it does seem that they know now. Risk, does he know that he's getting pushed from back? He is getting droned out. Flashbangs coming out, but they seem to miss. He's being droned. Both members. A frag coming out. Is that going to get Risk? And that does. A kill onto Risk is now a 4v4, but a 3v4 as Atar does get the shot onto Vital, following that up. He does trade shots between Connor and the individuals in bunker. Free fires coming out. Atar does take a large amount of damage, decides to fall off. Gunner does have bunker control, but no Razor Bloom kills yet, as Connor just seems to want to hold backstairs here, as Gunner and Shifty just want to swing a lot, do some more damage. Skavetch just holding it off, but decides to pull back. 4 people still left on the defense, all holding laundry and deep sight, seemingly making the attackers coming to them. Gunner still only 20 HP, no way to change that, but Connor takes a decent amount of damage from Atar there, who is getting increasingly aggressive, but I can't say I blame him. He switches to the Bearing 9, misses some shots on a drone and pulls back to reload and get some health back. Connor pushing down backstairs now as he goes to peek the angle, but the debris is just in the way. Shots coming out, he does a massive amount of health damage to Kvetch, who has no charged Kona stations left. Connor down to little under half HP now, as shots are coming out, so Atar can rotate. Could this be massive for his team here, as we are entering the last 45 seconds? Shifty does swing in, but gets taken down by Kvetch on the Nitro cell. That is case cold on the ground. Connor and Gunner left in a 2v4 with 35 seconds left. Very low HP, both of them outgunned, outmanned, and that's Habana taking down Connor and Kvetch taking down Gunner, for Zelex Esports to take a 5-1 half on Aspect. And while we're here, welcome Atar to the double digits club. First one on this map to achieve it, so good job on your part. Let's see if maybe Aspect Esports can bring it back on the defense, as this is a massive, seemingly massive defensively sided organ at the moment, as Aspect is wanting to go dorms first, bringing that Thunderbird, something that the Zelex we're kind of relying on there to get most of that HP back. But Kvetch bringing in the Gridlock, an interesting pick there rather than a Nomad. Be interesting to see how they make good use of that. Connor on the Valkyrie, be interesting to see what kind of cams he puts out and what kind of intel he gets his team there. Risk on the Nook, though. Be interesting to see if they can make any sneaky plays here. Maybe sneak beyond those Valk cams. Agreed. You are very right, Wolfie. Atar, Kvetch, and Habana are performing very well for their team right now. Combined, only 7 kills for the 3 of them. Or 7 deaths, excuse me, for the 3 of them. Not kills. They have way more than that. As we do be going into site setup here. Be interesting to see if they give any utility to this game's wall here, even though it'll be dealt very quickly by the attackers. Gunner getting those reinforcements down. Is he going to commit any mute jammers to it? And he is. Interesting to note that he's pulling it so far back, as well as in a spot it's going to get taken care of instantly rather than somewhere else. Again, a big trend we're seeing here is all the Kona stations in one position rather than scattered throughout the site to help multiple defenders at once. Be interesting to see if that becomes anybody's downfall.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a
Going
bomb.
into the first action phase of this half. Connor is below in connector, seemingly holding an angle onto Z-Hall here, waiting the early push of any of the attackers. As Risk is at the bottom of small tower, running the FMG-9 suppress. Be interesting to see if he can have any really big impact for his team here, being able to sneak past all of that intel, as he does seem to want to try and make a play here. Using his ability into the hallway, Showers Hall, going into up white, it seems he's going to go for an early up white push, as the attackers are going to clear that mute jammer, and there it is, instantly cleared. Vital forced to pull back. Is he going to run straight into the jaws of Risk? And there's Risk, about to make a huge play, but he fumbles it. Huge HP being done, but Ballers instantly heals. Vital able to do the same, but Risk not able to bring back his lost HP, as Connor is also Kitchen Hall. Do they know of each other's presence here? Assuming that they're calming that we do, is Connor going to fall victim to Risk? There's only one way to find out, as nades are coming out. No dice on that one, as Risk, seemingly knowing that his position's being known as Vital, can be naded here. He does take a little bit of chip damage from below, as the attackers do have breach open,
The attackers bomb diffuser
and a
has
huge
been
amount
bombed.
under this, but Connor and Ballers coming huge, hanging out Atar and Risk here, as the defense seems to hold. Connor taking a huge amount of damage, but that's both the Ace and the Nook gone. Connors is still below, not having been dealt with by Hibana. Kvetch taking down Vital. It's now a 3v4. Fightable here is Bootflake with the case in Master here, trying to make a play. Shifty has no smokes left, and we're just now entering the last minute. Hibana, what are you doing down in meeting? Are you going to try and get Connor down from in Showers Hall? It seems like Connor knows that you're there, but Hibana just wants to hold him. A shock drone coming out from him. And as Hibana seems to know his position, Connor just holding in kitchen here. His fights are going down on site. No dice becoming at Bootflake, making full work of that LMG, as Gunner does take down Hibana from top white. It is now the attackers in a 2v4. Ballers swinging out here as Bootflake does take down Gunner, but Ballers does take down Bootflake. Kvetch now left into 1v3 here. One member now left on low HP. Is he going to be able to do it now? 25 seconds and a dream here, as he lands the shots, but not all of them. Ballers takes down Kvetch, and that's a second round for Aspect Esports. Massive rounds there from Connor and Ballers, who were able to do a ton for their team there. That roam from Connor was massive, keeping that late round dream going. As we are going to a laundry supply defense here, a mute and a smoke both coming out, but just trying to see if they bring the MP5K or not. And Connor on the Azami. Alright, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Azami being brought out by Connor for the first time this map. Be interesting to see what they're able to do with that, as it doesn't seem that the attackers of Zelex are bringing any sort of Flores, wanting to deal with maybe an elbow hold, but it's tough to tell if the defenders are going to do that yet.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Right, as we go into the prep phase here, seemingly a normal defense setup, but it does seem that Shifty on the mute does bring that MP5K, since Ballers does have the shotgun, and it does seem that they are going to go for an elbow hold, but there is no Flores on the side of the attack to be able to do it. Mind you, they did swap off from the Hibana to the Iona, so they have some nades to back up those
Attackers have located a bomb.
impacts from Zofia, but nothing more than that.
10 seconds left.
As Meeting Hall hatch hasn't even been reinforced. You have 5 seconds left in prep phase. Every other hatch being reinforced up to this point. Be interesting to see if that oversight and swapping off the Hibana from the attackers, could that lead to their detriment? As it does seem that they don't want to go for, excuse me, a bunker take here. as they do seem to want to go for a main take here. Atar entering for his team, nobody droning as he does enter. Hibana right on his heels, running the Iron Sight C7E. Whatever floats your boat, man, it's your attachments, not mine. And Risk running the Zoth LMG with the suppressor. Vital is roaming. He does see Atar, but misses the shots in Z-Hall. That could have been massive for his team, but he misses instead, as it does seem that Bootflake has rotated with the case by himself to bunker. Are we sure that's a smart play, as Kvetch and Hibana rotate off, but Kvetch rotating back. Risk already at the bottom of Laundry Stairs, opening the barricade and holding a really powerful position as Gunner does take down Hibana. That's the Jackal down. A massive fight there as Atar does rotate on Shifty and take him out. But Gunner swinging out on to Risk, but loses the fight, is down, but Risk is on 1 HP. Atar pushing into Freezer. And it seems like that Vital doesn't even know that he's there. Stun's going off. And more shots come out. Atar does take out Gunner. Ballers just fire back and take down Risk, but it is a 2v3 on site. Ballers the only one on site. Connor still holding bunker. Unknown that nobody else is pushing him, as Ballers does take and trade some damage himself. But Atar does take him out. It's now just Connor in a 1v3, but Atar takes him out. A huge round from him as he entries for his team, getting a massive 4K that round, as Zelex Esports are now on to map point here. Aspect Esports have to win a number of 4 rounds in a row. 4 rounds just to take us to OT. But Atar going massive for his team there, and Kvetch seemingly about to join us in the double digits club as they go to a laundry supply defense again. It'd be interesting to see if Aspect can somehow keep this dream alive, or if Zelex will shut this down and bring the map home. Back down to another laundry defense. Early rotates coming out. Will Vital maybe have a little bit more intel on his side now? Maybe the comms just weren't coming through. Who knows what it was? It just got easily swung by Atar.
Bomb located by
The
attack.
site has been found. 3 drones deep in sight. Shifty seemingly ignoring them as he does take down 1, but Atar getting muted. Rotate still not being made. Seemingly that Aspect is falling a little bit behind in prep setup. These hatches are being
10
reinforced.
seconds left.
Barricades being
5 seconds
taken
left
out, and
before
drones
insertion.
being taken down as well.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
So it does seem that the defuser has been dropped in spawn. It is picked up by Bootflake, as Connor is still off site, barricading Freezer before seemingly wanting to rotate back down. Atar, Hibana, and Kvetch seemingly wanting to get small tower and shower control really, really quickly. Cams are being shot. No drones are being used. Rather, they want to face check everything. Vital, their only obstacle, chilling on Freezer Stairs, same place he was before when he missed those shots. As Jackal tracks are coming out, the positions of defenders being known as Bootflake, again with the case, wanting to push bunker but decides to rotate instead, as Risk is already on Laundry Stairs. But Hibana taking down Vital. That's a huge first pick for them as air jabs are being pushed out. Atar already pushing down into Freezer. Cam is being taken out. No Freezer presence left from the defense, as this may be really quick round. Bootflake taking down Gunner, and Risk taking down Shifty. It is now a 2v5. Last 2 on site, Connor and Ballers being trapped in sight now. Atar entering. Connor takes 2 massive kills, but Atar takes out Ballers. There goes Kvetch's chances of being in the double digits club, but there's Atar. A massive 7-2 scoreline, going 16-4 for his team. A massive game from him as Zelex Esports close out the map 7-2. GG's to all. What a game there, especially from Atar, going huge for his team. Kvetch and Hibana not far behind. Massive clutches from them. Just thrown rounds and thrown rounds. by the side of Aspect. GG's to all involved. An amazing game to cast for my first time casting back in 6 months. Appreciate Risk. Shout out to you, man, for hitting me up, getting this thing casted. Good job to those that played. And thank you to all you, the viewers who make this all possible. I will catch you all later. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night, your day, whatever time it is for you. GG's and catch y'all later.